Hi, my name is Stephanie Jennings, and this is my informative speech on scuba diving. And the person holding the camera is Jade. She's 20.
Hola!
And the boy next to her is her boyfriend Josh, 21. And here's my speech. When I was younger, I did ballet and cheerleading, and it was fun, especially for a recreational activity. As I got older, though, I wanted to do scuba diving, base jumping, skydiving, anything that would drive my parents crazy, because that's a lot of fun. Now that I'm in college, I still want to do all of those things, and I wanted to inform my class about what it takes to become a certified diver. And trust me, it's a lot. And there's also 2 other types of advanced diving that I'd like to go over with them. In order to become a scuba diver, one must go to their local dive shop, and they have to pay for the books, pay the instructor fees, and the course fees. Once they've done this, they study for a little bit, and then they take an exam. And you have to pass the exam. Literally, you have to pass. If you fail, you're pretty much screwed. Now that you know what it takes to become certified, I'm going to inform you a little bit about deep diving. Deep diving is different from your basic dives because you go further down, and with your basic they ask that you don't go past 60 feet. With deep diving, they'll teach you how to properly go down 130 feet below the water, or below the surface of the water at least. And they'll teach you how to compensate for the fact that there's less available light underneath, like that far down. And they also teach you how to conserve your air so you can stay down longer, you can go look around in caves or whatever you want to look at, reefs, anything. And the instructor will teach you how you're supposed to properly do a decompression stop, and the decompression stops are very important because that's what keeps the nitrogen equal, I guess, or you could say equal, because if you do your decompression stops incorrectly, then you can get what is called nitrogen poisoning. And nitrogen poisoning is just when you didn't come up correctly and you ended up with nitrogen bubbles in your bloodstream. And that's not good, because you have to go to the hospital, they have to bring you back down to where the bubbles are small and then slowly bring you back up. But I don't remember what the room is called. That's okay though. And if deep diving isn't for you, then there's another type of diving, which is cavern or wreck diving, where you go and you look at the different caves or shipwrecks. Shipwrecks would be totally awesome. When you're going for your certification for cavern and wreck diving, you do also have to have your basic diving certification, just like with deep diving, except here they'll teach you how to keep track of where you came in, and they'll teach you how to control your buoyancy, which is how you float in the water pretty much. And they'll teach you how to control that so that you can fit in the tight spaces. And who wouldn't want to fit in a tight space, honestly? And they'll show you how to keep track of where you came in, because as you would kind of figure, keeping track of where you came in into the cave or into the wreck, you really want to pay attention to that. That detail is very important, especially when it can come to your life. As with deep diving, there are some dangers to cavern and wreck diving, as in losing your entrance point. You could get so lost down there and so confused that you would lose you'd use up all of your air. And by using up all your air, you're going to drown pretty much. And you're just going to be stuck there, which wouldn't really be good. But another danger with cavern wreck diving is that when you're going into these caverns, into these wrecks, you don't know what type of marine life is living down there or living in those spaces and areas. So for all you know, you could be sticking your hand into a spot that has an eel or a shark, and you don't really want to get bit by any of those or injured by any marine life, actually, because those don't feel good. I hope that you enjoyed my information that I had for scuba diving and the types of dives that they have, and I hope that this will help those who love the water and love marine life and are looking for a type of recreational activity other than snorkeling that will bring them closer to the animals and to something that'll get their adrenaline pumping. And for those type of people, scuba diving could be rewarding. But I hope from hearing what I've had to say about becoming certified deep dives and cavern wreck diving, that it'll give anyone an idea as to what recreational activity they'd like to pursue.